But the top Democrat on the House Small Business Committee does not agree with that. New York Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez releasing a statement that reads in part, quote, "This selection is proof that President-elect Trump's commitment to small business is about as real as professional wrestling." Isn't that cute? Guy Benson is political editor at townhall.com and a Fox News contributor. I mean, Guy, Linda McMahon, she is a hardcore CEO. She took a small regional business and built it into a publicly traded company that rakes in almost $1 billion a year in revenue. What is this Nydia Velázquez talking about?
I don't know. Chris Murphy is a liberal Democrat who defeated Linda McMahon for the Senate in Connecticut, and he said she's qualified, and of course she is, for the reasons that you just laid out. And she ran twice for statewide office in her home state of Connecticut. So she's well suited for this job. Some people are pointing out that she and her family have donated to Trump. That's fine. It's worth pointing out. But it's interesting, Melissa, when I read the criticism from Congresswoman Velázquez, who is the ranking Democrat on the House Small Businesses Committee, she, in her bio, has no experience whatsoever in running businesses, let alone small businesses. She was and has been for decades, a career politician. Before that, she was a college professor, and that's fine. But if she wants to nitpick about who has expertise, I would say the woman who has run a very successful business, Linda McMahon, has a leg up on this congresswoman who's running this committee on this very subject matter.
It seems like people keep sort of hanging themselves by jumping to just bash whoever Donald Trump puts out there without really thinking it through or thinking, you know, about the ramifications from that or how they may look about it. For example, this Ian Millhiser from Think Progress, who said, quote, this was a tweet, "I'm sure the governor of a small rural landlocked state full of people will totally know a whole lot about China and stuff." I mean, this was related to one of the other picks that Donald Trump made when he was talking about his ambassador to China. What do you think about this one?
Well, this particular individual has beclowned himself several times on Twitter in the last few weeks. So maybe it's time for a breather from Twitter. Just recommending, just for your mental health. I know the election was difficult for some. But in his defense, he did rescind the criticism, delete the tweet, because Terry Branstad is the governor of Iowa. He has long-standing ties to the Chinese. He has personal relationships with a number of top Chinese officials. So that's a good pick, A. And B, two of President Obama's ambassadors to China were statewide officials from, you guessed it, landlocked rural states full of white people. And we didn't hear a peep from the left about those two, John Huntsman and Max Baucus.